So here we are heading off another adventure in France. So we have arrived in Paris. There's a little man waiting for us right here, ready to take us to our hotel. Here we are at the Musée d'Orsay. So here we are with a whole row of these famous panels. We are eating lunch, but in front of the big clock here in the Museum d'Orsay. Our daughter-in-law gave us a 1,000 piece jigsaw puzzle of this particular painting. This is a spectacular Van Gogh. So here's a series of paintings by Monet of the cathedral at Rouen. A painting from Monet's garden, which we're going to visit in just a few days. Here we are at the Louvre on a beautiful sunny day.
From the 1850s, what we saw a little bit.
Oh, here we are heading off for our first meal. So we are having our first dinner here in this lovely French bistro. So here is our first course.
The flight attendant said this is your...
So here I have my second course, which is duck.
Oh, you got the duck too.
And now we have arrived at dessert.
2 days was the last 2 days.
Okay, now we have the aftermath of the end of this wonderful meal, and we've gone through a fair amount of wine here, I think.
It was okay.
So here's a picture of our lovely hotel here in Paris.
The main facade of the Opera Garden is so. At the moment, we can see at least the back. Was built for Napoleon during the French Revolution. Okay? And it was built with stones of the demolished Bastille prison. So there's nothing left of the Bastille prison except.
So we're making a sort of obligatory stop here to check out the Eiffel Tower.
Look at that. Try to take a picture. Remember that our kings were not.
So we're walking up here to take a tour of the Louvre. Very large number of people here in the Louvre today. There is the crowd to see the Mona Lisa. So this is about as close as I got to the Mona Lisa. So here we are at the Bon Marché, wonderful market. Bon Marché has some of the most impressive vegetables. We picked up a wonderful lunch here at the Bon Marché and eating in a lovely park. So here we are having a little Prosecco in Luxembourg Gardens. So this is what a Friday afternoon looks like at the Luxembourg Garden. So here I am on the roof of the Gallery Lafayette, and this is the kind of view we have. So we're about to head off in a Duchevaux adventure. So if you have 2 stars from Michelin, you get to charge these kind of prices. Here we are in Du Chabot, and we're just traveling by the Pompidou Center.
Put on it, you know. So
Here we
yeah,
are at
but it's
Notre-Dame.
yeah, the interior is finished.
Bidding farewell to our wonderful driver. Thank you.
It's a hill called the Montagne Saint-Geneviève.
Of the bus.
Those Roman baths were also used as the first royal palace of Paris.
Now this wonderful machine here is just producing that cup of coffee for me.
And if you have any questions or help, please let me know. I'm here for that too. Like categorized by coin.
There's a simple description of what goes on.
Can I take a photo?
Most of the major champagne producers have their offices on this street. Here we are around, and this of course is the very famous and spectacular cathedral. Over here we have the kings that were coronated here in this particular cathedral.
So this is my idea of a healthy breakfast.
Choice menu, and it's for, let me count, 2 or 3 days from now. And in front of you is Rocket, because this is where.
So here we are at Giverny, about to visit Monet's garden. So here we have the gardens of Claude Monet. So here we are going into Monet's garden in the rain.
We go to Japanese.
So now I'm in flower gardens with the house in the background. So I'm here in the line to get into the Monet house. So the first room is full of paintings. So this is the view on the second floor of the house. So here we are in the kitchen. Some fabulous irises here. So in the bookstore, they have this lovely panel on the wall. So it is raining again. We're about to have our lunch in this lovely watermelon. The world's certainly looks a whole lot better in sunshine. The French do an amazing job of trimming trees along the highway. So here we are on this lovely map. Here is our elegant hotel on the Normandy coast. And of course, for those inclined, over here is the casino. So here I have my first course at this elegant hotel. So here is my main course. And of course now we have dessert. So here we are having coffee on the seafront. So I arrived at this fantastic museum. So there are different parts of this museum. This one, of course, over here deals with the invasion. Other deals with the war overall. Some amazing visual effects in here. Who is this exciting guy here that we're looking at in the mirror? And of course the mirror goes way up there. So here we are, very critical point on the coast. So we're taking a nice little loop walk here. So this should give you an idea of the cliffs that the rangers had to scale here. So here's a view out of one of the bunkers. So here's one last view, looking over some bunkers and looking out to sea. So we're leaving the coast behind. Down here we have Omaha Beach.
Do you see the sail?
So here's a map of where the landings occurred, and of course right out here is the beach. So these are that the U.S. military faced when they arrived at Omaha Beach. On these highways here,
we don't need the authorization of anyone. We are allies, you know? Bon.
So here we are heading back to the hotel after a wild night on the town.
Basically on a daily basis, or at least on a weekly basis, you would find a BMW.
So this is our view as we leave the parking lot. Here we are getting on the shuttle to take us to Mont Saint-Michel. So we are about to walk up to the Abbey at the top. Needless to say, there are a lot of people here. Oh, making a little bit of progress up there. Oh, here we are at the final steps up into the Abbey. So this is the view down from the top. Looking back out. The inside of the Abbey is relatively simple. I think we're coming to the end of our visit. We are exiting through the Jarrett Gardens. Over there we have a plane, and over there we have people who are parachuting. down. In contrast to the large number of people on the main avenue up toward the Abbey, down here it looks like a lovely way we'll be able to walk down to the bottom. Here we are leaving Mont Saint-Michel. So we're leaving Mont Saint-Michel So Saint-Malo is a walled city. We are heading to walk on the wall. So here we are, and this is our view. So my first course consists of half a dozen oysters. So here we have a view at sort of twilight here on the wall. So after dinner I'm taking a stroll on the wall here. And so here we have the gates to the city.